Meteorologist Cedric Haynes is in the Storm Alert Weather Center. Cedric, you're tracking the heat for us.
I'll tell you what, the heat is on, Michelle, as they like to say, and you can almost see that little hazy tint there on the horizon, a sign of more humidity along with, yes, those warmer temperatures. Let's take a look at where we are right now at the lunchtime hour, because we're sitting at 80 degrees currently in Chattanooga, already up to 83 in Dalton, 84 in Calhoun, 85 currently in Athens. We're at 80 in Murphy, even 78 currently in Altamont. So these temperatures compared to this time yesterday are running about 5 to 10 degrees warmer. So yes, the warming trend is underway, well underway, and it's not just a warming trend. Yes, we've been talking about this a lot this summer, and we're going to continue to do so. The dew points, to measure moisture in the air. This is what it makes it feel, whether comfortable or whether it's feeling pretty humid and muggy, and that's what we're dealing with today. These dew points are in the mid to upper 60s. Look at that 70-degree dew point currently in Cleveland. So it is very humid out there. It is warming up, and that's going to be the combination we're going to deal with over the next several days. So this afternoon, again, take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. Upper 80s into the low 90s this afternoon, so warmer conditions. We will have a couple of scattered clouds, a very tiny chance of an isolated spotty shower in the highest elevations just because of all the heat and humidity. Sometimes you can get something to pop, but otherwise it's going to remain dry and hot for most of us. Again, we'll go with about 92 officially in Chattanooga, 89 in Murphy, 90 in Dayton, about 90 in Fort Payne, 91 in Dalton, and about 90 degrees this afternoon in Cleveland. So we've been talking about this for days, but that heat dome will now be expanding to the east, and now that it has moved overhead, that means we're going to be seeing these warmer temperatures continuing out there across the area. So our next big thing is definitely the heat, the very hot temperatures heading our way. We're talking mid-90s, a stretch of mid-90s on the way. So for today, low 90s. It'll call it somewhat of a cool day out there with 92 expected for your high, and then 95 degrees for your Friday, 96 on Saturday, and it keeps going. How about 97 degrees for a forecast high on Sunday? We may cool it down back to the low 90s by the beginning of next week. But yeah, we are also going to be on record watch during this stretch because we're going to be within a degree or two of record highs on this should say Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here with those warming temperatures. So let's take a look at your muggy meter. Not only are we talking about near record high temperatures, the humidity levels remain pretty tough as well. So that means it's going to be hot and humid out there, which means we're going to have to deal with that potential heat index across the area, which means you want to be safe if you're going to be out and about. So of course, remember your heat safety tips. The number one safety tip: never leave the kiddos or the pets in the car during this type of weather. Of course, stay hydrated. You have to stay hydrated from morning through the daytime hours. It doesn't mean just when you're thirsty. Of course, if you can do anything like mow the grass, work outside during the early mornings or during the late evening, that's the best time to do that. Otherwise, remember to take plenty of breaks in the shade, or if you can find the free AC, do that. Remember to, of course, check on others. And yes, don't forget that sunscreen, SPF 15 or greater, or you could burn in less than 20 minutes. We do have some sunshine out there now thanks to high pressure, but it's sunny and hot. All the heavy inclement weather is down to our south, and that's pretty much going to stay that way. You can see our weather story is going to be all about the heat. There's a weak front that comes in Friday. Doesn't do much for us except dry us out and warm us up even more. Could see an isolated shower Sunday or Monday, but I wouldn't get too excited about that. In fact, you can see the heavy rain along the Gulf Coast. We're talking a trace to maybe a tenth of an inch of rainfall here in the Tennessee Valley. Here's your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. Hot, then hotter, right on through your Father's Day weekend with those highs in the mid to upper 90s. Slight rain chance Sunday into Monday. Michelle?
All right, those fans and AC units are going to be working overtime. Thank you, Cedric.